was really nervous about making this video for some reason. So I just had to put on a face, you know, fake it out. You like it? You like it? Well, guess what? It's just a decoy, cause I'm here to talk about some shit now. No, for real. Hang on. So how did 2016 do you? You know, it really wasn't all that bad for me. I mean, at least I'd had myself convinced that for the most part. No, for real, it's been quite a year, hasn't it? And I don't know about you, but a lot of the things that's happened this year has really kind of shook a lot of the belief systems, you know? It's been a long time since I made a video. There's a few reasons for that. And, you know, today, it took me a really long time. In fact, I've been trying to make this video for a few days, and I don't know, I had a real nervousness, and I don't usually have that. I think it's because, you know, I've been going through a lot of stuff, really, and what a perfect time, but this next full moon coming up to, like, kind of release some of the bullshit from last year, and I'm pretty ready to do that. I appreciate it. I appreciate all the crap, all the stuff that's been flipping around in my head since last year. It's been a big learning experience. But, you know, that's what I think was pretty hard for me to come in and say. Now I can, you know, sit here and turn on my intuition, which, I mean, those of you that know me know that, you know, I've been doing this for years. I've done readings and, you know, and other people that know me also know that I've been sitting on this really awesome piece of property, and it's going on 2 years now. I have enough space here to, you know, I could have someone doing massage, someone doing Reiki. I could have other readers here. I can hold groups here. I have a lot of property. I can put like outdoor flea markets in the summertime, and this town is booming for tourists in the summertime. There's a lot, and even in the wintertime, actually, because we got Boyne Mountain here and Shush Mountain and all that, and there's a lot of people that come up and really enjoy this snow for skiing and everything, and I'm not one of them, but you know, I've got a great place here. Now, there's not a lot of people that think it's that great of a place, luckily, because I want to buy it. And that's the thing. You know, I've been kind of, honestly, a little held up. And I know that, you know. It's not just been since I've been here. I've been held up for a long time. And I don't think that I'm the only one, you know. I do know that there's a lot of people right now that are getting messages that are slapping them upside the head. I've been getting those. In May, on the 12th of May, I believe it was, of 2016, I had a brainstem stroke. There's a few good things about that. In fact, everything's good about it, you know, because nothing is an accident here. But I had a heart catheterization, and it chunked off a bit of plaque that was in my aorta, I believe, and it went down into the left part of my heart and to my brain. I believe that's how it worked. But and there's a big long story about it, and I've got a few, you know, videos. I was posting videos like every so many weeks or whatever after my stroke. So if you want to know more about that, you can check out my YouTube, and you know. But basically, it kind of put a kibosh on some of the stuff I was doing. Now, I can say that. But the year before, I had plans. I had plans to open. I have, at this point, like 4 different business plans written. I've posted to get vendors, and then for some reason a lot of the people that got a hold of me, I either didn't get their emails, or you know, they didn't, you know, show any more interest after their first inquiry or whatever it may be, and then it just kind of faded out, and, you know, and it's just been doing that. And the realization to me is, you know, it wasn't time, okay? Right. I mean, I know, but that doesn't mean that my ego isn't like, why? Why aren't you doing this? What the hell's wrong with you? Well, you know, I took the approach that nothing's wrong with me. I'm just trying to float along on, you know, on life like it is, and not worry about anything, and whatever. Well, this has been like a flip-flop for me. Having the stroke, I truly believe that part of the reason that I healed so quickly from it was because part of my brain that was injured, it didn't really have limits anymore, you know. It, like, I didn't not believe that I wasn't going to get better. I mean, it was just all, I'm getting better. And I had extreme, you know, memory, short-term memory deficits. And I mean, like, you know, like minute to minute, even sometimes. Huge patches of time were lost. I felt were lost directly, during, after, and probably a good month or two into therapy and stuff. And I still, my memories of that is more of an observer than of actually doing it. You know, and that it's like playing a game, seeing myself from a different perspective, and you know, that's been hard, You know, I've thrown that around in my head quite a bit. Like, why? Why don't I remember this? The thing I do remember is feelings. Feelings that surfaced through my stroke. I totally was validated on those feelings by other people, friends, people that cared about me, because I was really lost on some of the things that were quite large, I mean big in my life. I mean, I changed some things in my life that were huge for me. I had to cease contact with people that I've loved and cared about my whole life that can't seem to respect me, I guess. You know, I don't remember the actual incidents, but like I said, I remember the feeling. I know that it was hard. It was a very healing thing for me. Until my soul could process it. You know, that's the thing. We're not always used to that. And, you know, I've been a psychic and been doing a lot of, you know, spiritual stuff and readings, all that for a long time. I've read a lot of books and a lot of theories, and, you know, I've got a lot of ideas, and I had a lot more, and a lot of them been just blown right out of the water. Some of them, to me, seem completely ridiculous, but they served me at a time in my life when I really needed that. I really needed that to bring me to this point. Well, trying to make a long story short, which, you know, I'm sure that I'm going to refer to it many times in the future, because it's a life-changing event that's happened. I've recently been feeling a lot of pressure within myself. And like I was describing a few minutes ago, you know, I've got this really cool place. I've got a lot of really cool stuff. And I've explained this to people. I'm just happy with my life. I'm happy with my life. And I've got everything I need to keep me comfortable. And guess what? I was fooling myself. I'm not going to say, you know, I'm not even going to get on myself for that, because I feel so destined to come to this new plateau of my own self-realization that I feel blessed for this. I really do. I went from a place of wanting this house. It's a big house. It's got a storefront down front of the house. Just telling you, it's great. Anyone that would want to open a spiritual center, It would be perfect. It would be perfect for everything that I have been telling myself I want to do, I need to do. Well, I gave it like a very half-hearted college try. I've gotten more jewelry, crafts, dream catchers, rain sticks, more shit than anybody would ever need to fill this place. All of it would be like straight up profit for me at this point, because it's things that I've made to sell, and things I've planned to, you know, put out there, and I just keep hitting this brick wall. No one can see this brick wall, though, except me. And the fact of the matter is, I didn't see it either. I blamed it on circumstance, and I blamed it on not enough help, and I blamed it on, you know, my physical stamina. I blamed it on other people's problems that distracted me. I mean, lots of reasons. Lots of excuses. And I knew that deep down that that's what I was doing. So every day I just sat here and beat myself up mentally for it. Why didn't you do that? You should have just done that. Why don't you just put some stuff online? You know? You know, that was a dumb thing to do. Why'd you go spend money on something you ain't never gonna sell it anyways? Look at all these antiques you got. Ridiculous, you know? And I mean, it's just going through my mind constantly. All day. Oh, you know, I've done a lot of different things, man. I've taken mushrooms. I smoked some DMT. I've done all kinds of things to bring myself back into my spiritual place. And because I was at, like, survival, I mean, I was surviving spiritually. I was refueling, but I was never up at an accelerated feeling. You know, I've got tons of book crap in my head. I got tons of shit that I know I need to tell people. I know I need to do this. You know, physically, if I don't share my gift, that's when I get sick, man. It's when I have strokes. That's when I have to be taken out of my body for a minute and say, you know, bitch, what are you fucking doing? Okay? So, I don't need those kind of distractions anymore. Now, you know, I talk a lot about ascension. And ascension has everything to do about what's going on inside. Because your ascension is a direct reflection of that. It's a reflection of where you're vibrating at inside. It's a reflection of where you're at, where your soul is at. If you're having difficulties and you can't find the right person, and you know everybody's treating you shitty, and your job ain't working out, and they're gonna shut the lights off and everything. What is that? It's a direct reflection of your soul. Your soul is crying out to you. Saying, you're burying me. You're burying me. You know, can you hear me? Can you stop being scared? Do you hear me? I'm here with you. Yeah. I'll listen to you. I'll listen to you when I get done doing this. As soon as I get done with this, then I'll listen. Okay. When I had my stroke, it was weird because it was like, come on, you're going now. And I don't remember anything from that point. And it wasn't even like a voice, but it was an action or a feeling. You're leaving right now. I didn't think I was dying. It was just like, I got sent to the principal's office. And it's kind of like, but I didn't even have time to object because I didn't know why. It was just, I was gone. Apparently, I was conscious. I said, okay, I'm leaving. I'm laying down right now. And I just fell down out of my chair and laid on the ground until the E-unit came. I was conscious talking to these people. They got me downstairs. I don't fucking know how they did it because that shit scares me. I don't even know. But I couldn't walk, of course, and whatever. So, I mean, that kind of shit all happened. I don't remember any of it. And the thing that was kind of fucked up is I don't remember where I was while I was not remembering nothing either. That doesn't mean something wasn't happening, you know, physiologically, you don't remember because your brain's trying to heal, so it's not working on storing files, blah, blah, blah. But, you know, I feel it was a divine guidance. It was my higher self, my spirit, my creator, all that I'm part of, that reached down and just said, look, something needs to be adjusted here. Well, I recovered. I feel like I've recovered 100% from my stroke. And I'm here still the same. More months have passed, and on the 1st of October, around there, I got a call from the owner of the house. Now, started out I was buying the house, and then there was this contract bullshit going on, and I don't know, I let him go ahead and cancel the contract without a judge, and, you know, just, I don't know what, it was kind of a big screw up, and kind of a screw over too, but, you know, I was going with the flow, trying to. Actually, I ended up finding out that he had canceled the contract on my house, the realtor, without me having any type of knowledge or anything. Of course, it was for a very small amount of money to some people, like $1,300, and it was the end of my balloon payment, which I didn't even realize I still owed, but it was just a dirty, kind of a shitty deal. And they canceled my contract, so they could put it back on the market, basically. He thought he had somebody to buy it. Well, that didn't work out for him. And it's been on the market now for a while. And they've had 3 or 4 people come, 5 people. Nobody wants it because, you know, I've already put claims to this house. Seriously. I mean, it feels like my house. I mean, I've had people walk in here and say, I've seen enough. This ain't my place. So, you know, I know that my energy is strong in here. I wanted something really miraculous to happen. I mean, not that. I mean, everybody does, right? We want to win the lottery, whatever, you know. I didn't expect it, you know, and I never do, because, or else I probably have won, I don't know, but it wasn't for me, I guess. So, again, I'm sitting here on the 1st of October. I got hit with like the worst flu that I've had in many years. I mean, just downright, like, 1 minute fine, next minute sore throat, 2 hours later, you know, laying in bed with a fever, real sick kind of thing. And the owner of this house, the person that I originally went into the contract, called me and said, look, I want you to have this house. And I am sick of it. I don't want to deal with it. And basically offered it to me for what, less than the down payment would be on it. And I originally was buying the house for $74,500. In fact, it's, you know, she offered it to me, she offered it to me for $15,000. And I almost immediately said no, because $15,000 seems impossible. I mean, to some people it's like what they make a month. And you know, I say a lot about how I barter and trade things, but I don't have anything that, you know, in that department. I don't have a lot. I don't have cash, you know, period. And that's, you know, and it's not just that, it's just, you know, my family doesn't. I mean, usually somebody's got a rich uncle. No. Well, I did, but it's gone now, and it wasn't coming to me. So, you know, and I'm not bitching about that, okay? I'm just saying that, you know. So I almost told her no. So then I talked to my very enlightened and beautiful daughter, Emily, and she said, why are you going to tell her no? She said, it's only like, you know, 150, hundreds. Yeah. $150 bills, you can do that. So I called the lady and I was like, yeah, I'll take you up on that offer. And she says, well, the thing of it is you got until the 1st of March. Now, this was October 1st. That scared the shit out of me. Because I'm already paying, like, a lot of rent for this place. And I've already given her money for the down payment in the beginning. And it just, you know, it's just a lot. It's a lot. I mean, every penny I got goes straight into being able to still live here, you know. There's no extra. Well, I continued on being sick for another couple of weeks and still felt shitty for another couple of weeks after that. And, you know, just life got to be life, and here I am, it's Christmas again. And I've had all of October, all of November, and part of December to sit here and drive myself nuts about this. Beat myself up for not doing stuff I should do. I mean, I've had people want to come for readings, and I've not got back with them. I've done everything really. Well, actually, I've done nothing to try to really get this place, and I don't know why. I mean, I don't know why. And that was a big part of why I'm still sitting here, and why I don't have a huge, you know, website with all my antiques for sale, and why I'm not taking readings like I could be, and I'm not, you know, advertising myself. I'm not posting videos. I'm, you know, and I realize that I was in that dark place, and it was a dark place, let me tell you, and I still feel I'm still there for the most part, but that's okay. I mean, if you ask me, I know a little bit about a lot of junk, okay? A little bit about a lot of things, and I know a lot about a few different things, and, you know, I know all the right words to tell myself. And I do. But